right, hi everybody. So we're here at Sherwin's Shooting Sports, not too far from the shop. And this is the rifle that we've been building the last several weeks. And this is gonna be our range test. So we went through all the tests and safety stuff in the studio in the T350 show. We did all of our function checks. We did a headspace check, and now we're gonna do a live fire check. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I have 1 round in a magazine. And the reason I'm gonna do 1 round the first time is I wanna check extraction and ejection. And I also wanna check my last round bolt hold open and make sure that it's holding open on an empty magazine, okay? So. Okay, we're going hot. First round. Okay, we got extraction, we got ejection, and we got last round bolt hold open. Everything worked exactly as it was supposed to. Okay. Now, we got a 10 round magazine. We're gonna try about 4 or 5 rounds back to back, make sure we got good cycle. Okay, so we had a little stovepipe there. Make sure our gun's unsafe. Make sure we're clear. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, empty magazine, last round bolt hold open worked again. Now, it's not uncommon to have something like that happen in your first, 10, 15 rounds, something like that. It's all brand new stuff. It's gripping, everything's tight, everything's new, everything's got to break in. That's why you lube the thing really well. Okay, so let's take a look at our target here. Okay, and we've got a pretty low pattern. Low and slightly to the left. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the caps on my red dot. We might as well sight in while I'm here, right? Okay, always keeping the gun pointed downrange. Now at 25 yards here, I actually want to be, and I probably want my pattern to be pretty consistently right around the 8 or 9 there. And that's going to carry me out to the 100-yard mark pretty good. At 25 yards, I want to be 1.5 inches, 2 inches low. That way I'm carried out pretty good to 100 yards. So I'm going to go about 4 or 5 clicks to the right. I'm gonna leave my caps off in case I need to make another adjustment. And I'm gonna come up about the same amount of clicks. Another 10 round magazine. Safety on. Okay, going hot. Gun seems to be working pretty well. And you can see I'm grouping pretty good right there in that 8-9, couple inches low at 25 yards. Okay. So I'm trying a different magazine now. I did a couple 10 rounders. I just put a 30 round in. It's not fully loaded. There's about 25 rounds in this one. But I want to try the different magazines to make sure I'm not having any cycling issue between the smaller mags and the larger mags. Perfect. Gun's starting to get hot, it's smoking a little bit. Okay. So, we got 25, 35, 45. See a little smoke happening here, right? I got some oil in some different places, so the gun's starting to heat up, and some of the oil's burning off a little bit. That's all that is. I'm pretty happy with that. We had one little malfunction right there in the first couple of rounds. We had a stovepipe. Again, not to be, not unexpected to have something like that happen in the first few rounds as everything starts to break in and mesh with everything, right? Everything's got to get broke in a little bit. It's got to wear a little bit. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it functioned. Right out of the rip, no problems. And you can still, you see, fairly consistent. Not the greatest offhand shooter, but that's not bad. And again, right where I want to be, you know, a couple of inches low at 25 yards. What you have there is the sight sitting over top of the bore a couple of inches. So your bullet, you know, everybody says, oh, the bullet's still rising. Well, bullets don't rise. Bullets, they shoot flat and then they start to fall. That's the way gravity works. But what you've done is you've created a plane where now you're arcing the bullet into the target while your sight is level, okay? So the two intersect at some point and then they meet and then it starts to fall away again. So at 25 yards, that bullet is still on that upward arc because I'm actually shooting upwards because of the sight over bore, the sight sitting over top of the bore. So what that's going to do is that bullet's actually going to continue to rise as it goes out further. So at about a good rule of thumb is 1.5 inches, 2 inches low at 25 yards. If all you got is a 25-yard range to shoot at, is going to carry you out to 100 yards pretty good. Okay, so we're real happy with the function of this gun. Again, like I said, one little malfunction in the beginning, nothing since then. Got one more magazine here. We're going to go ahead and shoot that magazine and also see how my laser, I got a laser and I want to see how well sighted in my laser is to this as well. Okay. Going hot. All right, that's about 60, 70 rounds with one little stovepipe right at the beginning. Okay, so my laser's a little low. My laser needs adjusted up just a hair. But certainly within a kill zone if it needed to be. All right, so that's building an AR, safety checking it, getting it ready for the range, and coming out and doing the first initial rounds through it. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next week on the T350 show.